Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, look, I was looking at an Angela Stanton King video in which it was entitled Gilbert Arenas, Kwame Brown, Charleston White, and a couple of other names. That was the title of the video. But in the video, she played a clip where Joe Biden was talking about the New World Order, and he called it a liberal world order. And he said, like, between 1900 and 1946, 60 million people died. And I guess he was saying, like, that started like a new world order or whatever. And he was comparing it to like the times of today. And it's like I had an epiphany. And I was like, it seems like the liberal way of thinking, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is controlled by Democrats now. And it's like their way of thinking is like accepting everything that we used to think was bad, now just accepting everything. And like the old way of thinking, they just getting rid of it. Like what they call toxic masculinity, it's not really toxic. It's just men being men. They don't want that. So all that old school way of thinking, like men are the breadwinners, men, we strong, we protect the women take care of the house. Kids are kids, leave the kids alone, you know what I'm saying? Men are men, women are women. If you gay, you gay, but a man can't be a woman can't. All that way of thinking is gone. So you notice how like the coronavirus is seen to affect like older people. You know what I'm saying? It affected older people more than it affected anybody else, like the older age group. It seems like, they was just trying to get rid of that old mentality, all that old school way of thinking, get rid of all that shit and start a new way of thinking where as though you got men that are women, women could be men, kids, little boys, y'all can be girls. Girls, y'all could be boys. They want to sexualize children. They want to make it to a point where it's acceptable for adults to be involved with minors. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. That's the new world order. That's the new world order thing. Just understand when you're voting for like Democrats, I ain't saying vote Republican. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying don't vote Democrat, man, because that's the shit that you're supporting. You know what I'm saying? You're supporting, a little boy might be in school, he might be 5 years old and he might tell his teacher, because they talking about that shit in schools. Go to y'all schools, man. Go to y'all kids' schools, man, and find out what them teachers are teaching your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the little boy might say to his teacher, "Oh, I want to be a girl." So now the teacher, when your son come home, he's a boy, but when he go to school, the teacher is calling him her, she, and treating him like a girl. Probably putting dresses on him, letting him walk around the school in dresses. And then before he go home, he take that shit off and put his regular shit back on. You never know, man. That shit going on in this country, man. Real talk. And y'all hear about the swimmer? Her name was Rika or Reka, something like that. And her Twitter account was REKAGYORGY_. That was her Twitter. But she was like swimming in some type of competition. And I guess she placed second in the competition, but she lost to a transgendered woman. So she made a tweet saying that, basically like she don't agree with that shit. Like, she lost to somebody who was born a man. And they banned her Twitter for saying that. That's the liberal world order. That's the new world order. You can't speak out on that type of shit, man. You got people in mixed martial arts. You got transgendered women, motherfuckers who was men, born men. that then transgender into women fighting real women and fucking them up, beating their ass, and ain't nobody doing shit about it. They trying to make it so acceptable to the point that it's just normal. Like, you ain't gonna know who's who. You know what I'm saying? Like 20, 30 years from now, you be walking outside, you don't know who's born. That shit won't matter no more. It ain't about what you was born. That shit is not gonna matter. At the way this shit is going, that shit ain't gonna matter. It ain't about what you born, it's about how you identify yourself. So everybody walking around, you ain't gonna know if that person was born a woman, born a man. It's just gonna be natural that, you know, it's just random. Whoever, everybody, people wanna be what they wanna be. And that's just what you gotta accept. And if you don't accept it, you would be considered the bad person. You would be considered a bigot, a hater, or a racist. You know what I'm saying? If you don't think little kids, little boys should be able to turn themselves into little girls, you know what I'm saying? If you don't agree with that, they're gonna look at you like you got a mental problem, like something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? That way of thinking where men are men, if you think like that, then you're toxic. That's toxic masculinity. You're the problem. But if I want to cut my dick off, or if I want to wear a wig and say that I'm a woman, that's normal. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine, you know, if I shave my face bare and maybe I get like a 5 o'clock shadow and I put on a wig and shit, and you might be a woman and you might be taking your little 3-year-old girl to the bathroom in a restaurant, and I'm in that motherfucker, broad shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Standing in the toilet, you know, holding my junk, pissing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of shit that Democrats are fighting for. I'm not saying vote for Republican. I'm just saying, you know, Republicans ain't supporting that type of shit. That's the shit you vote for when y'all voting for these Democrats, man. Like, y'all don't understand these policies. Y'all don't care about these policies, man. They trying to take away the strong black man. Democrats are the ones that you think are so for us. Man, they not for us, man. They want you to get abortions, you know what I'm saying, and let your black boys be girls and shit. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy, man. But yeah, man, look at that video, man, with Angela Stanton, man. They talking about that New World Order shit, man, with Joe Biden said. He said out his own mouth, New World Order, Liberal World Order, talking about how 60 million something people died from 1900 to 1946. You know what I'm saying? That just got me thinking it now. You know what I'm saying? All these people dying, the corona killing motherfuckers. You know, they can delete a person tweet for saying that she lost to a biological male in a race, but you know, a motherfucker could go on social media and talk about a nigga that he killed last week and make videos, and that's cool. Can go to somebody's grave, pissing on their grave, or talking about I'm smoking such and such pack. That's cool. You can make videos talking about killing 100 niggas and actually do the shit, and that's cool. But if you say, man, I lost to a transgender woman, and I'm a woman, and I don't feel as though I should have had to compete with a person that was actually born a man, they delete you for that shit. So just understand what's going on. A lot of y'all might not care, but this is life, man. You know, I'm telling you, 30, 40 years from now, you know, you're gonna have grown men walking down the street bunned up with little kids, with 11-year-olds, and it's gonna be normal. That's how they going, you know. You gonna have kids telling their parents at 6 years old that, yeah, I don't wanna be a boy no more, I wanna be a girl. And if the parent don't help that boy transition or help that girl transition, that parent gonna get in trouble behind that. She gonna be looked at as a bigot or something. But all right, y'all.